Yo, my name is Ronald Kirkhope, and in my 160 something, 67, whatever days of attempted weight loss, I've been on the keto diet for half of them. That's 84 days now. So I thought I'd talk about what being on keto has done for me. Oh crap! Ow! Alright, point number one, sped up my weight loss. Now while I could kind of do a montage of all my weigh-ins and how much my weight loss has just been marginally faster since going on keto, I could just say, hey, just go and look at every 7th day's worth of videos on my channel and give me some views, because Lord knows I need those. Either way, it sped my weight loss up. Point number two, I'm less hungry, which has made losing weight considerably easier. See, people sometimes have this misconception that you don't need to count calories on keto. That is not true. You do need to count calories, but once you are in ketosis, once the diet is working, you don't need to eat as much. So you eat sensibly. You make smarter choices in terms of how much you'll eat and how often you eat. On some days, I'll eat 2 meals. I've even had a couple of days where I've eaten only one, and it's been enough because my body's just using its reserves, and I've got plenty of those. Point number three, I have to cook nearly all my own meals because buying keto food where I live is, well, virtually impossible. So I just have to make all my own food myself. It has significantly improved my prowess around the kitchen. Like, I started day one of this channel making some really crap egg on toast. And then yesterday, albeit uploaded today, I made eggs Benedict. Okay, I botched it because I was messing around with the camera the whole time, but you've seen other photos that have shown that I can do it a lot better. But I don't think the me from 6 months ago could have pulled that off. And point number four, I seem to just generally have more energy, probably because my body is, again, just relying on its reserves. While being back at work after having 2 weeks off has once again messed my sleeping pattern up something fierce, it's not something I don't think I'm going to get back under control. Last time I did keto 3 months ago, I didn't do any cardio while I was on it because I thought, well, without carbs, I can't do cardio, and it just never occurred to me to try or not. Also, the gym was closed because of that one time when nobody could go outside for a year. But this time, yeah, I haven't actually been at the gym this week due to work messing my sleeping pattern up, as mentioned, but I'll just be getting caught back up on Couch to 5K by the end of this week, I hope. Or rather, just picking up where I left off is what I mean. There's been one or two negative points as well, I am a pain in the butt to feed when I'm eating with other people now. There's so many options on menus in places I basically can't eat, or in some cases almost none of them. Just today I went to McDonald's and had the Big Mac minus the bun. And then just threw the salad on top of that, threw on the salad dressing, probably should have checked the carb count of the dressing, but totally forgot to, I'm a freaking idiot, and just had a sugar-free drink. It went fine, but some people, I've let people eat keto food with me, as you've seen. Not everybody takes to it, though, and it is kind of affecting my ability to, eat socially. And that would bother me more if it weren't for the fact that it's towards a greater purpose that will allow me to eat socially far more often with total impunity once I've got my fitness back up to the point that I can have a caloric deficit from my exercise. But right now, I am not there, and I gotta pay that price. Another issue, it's costing me a fortune. Almond flour is not cheap. Lupin flour is not cheap. Really, really high quality meat is not cheap. But low-quality meat is not nearly as keto-friendly. It does also maybe kind of cause slightly slower bowel movements sometimes, but, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter because it just comes back out. You get some temporary weight retention, and then your upward fluctuation just goes down drastically. So, just throwing that out there either way. But despite those couples of negatives, they're minor things that can just be overcome with a little bit of discipline, a little bit of cooperation, and just a little bit of careful planning. At the end of the day, being on keto has done wonders for me. After 12 weeks, I feel incredible. I'm losing more weight. My joint pain is going way down. I'm in less pain in general because apparently keto has some anti-inflammatory properties. I don't know the science behind that. I'm just feeling much better. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep keeping keto up. Originally, finance was going to be a barrier to that, but eventually I just kind of pushed through that and sort of maybe allowed my credit card to go slightly in more debt to keep it up for the previous month, but it was totally worth it. But having just done a 5-week month of work, I'll be able to even that out now, break even, and everything will be fine. And there we go. That's what keto did for me. I know it won't do the same thing for everyone. Obviously, people who are type 1 diabetic cannot do keto because being in ketosis causes type 1 diabetic people to basically just start dissolving from the inside as their body turns to acid. But for the most part, I'm very much now behind the whole idea that, well, any animal with teeth probably shouldn't be eating carbohydrates. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had to invent toothpaste. In my opinion, it's academic. It's super obvious. But I don't have crave some of my favorite carb-filled foods like certain types of potato chips. Pizza was a problem until I picked up that lupin flour recipe from Black Tie Kitchen. Holy crap, that one is good. But I'm going to keep going as long as I'm feasibly able to keep this going. And I think by the time I'm at a much lower weight and at a much higher level of fitness, I'll be able to go back to where I was quite a few years ago, where hopefully I'll be exercising to the point that the exercise creates a caloric deficit more so than my diet. We'll just have to see. On that note, see you tomorrow for the weigh-in.